Once upon a time, a bishop visited a people, and thus is what he heard.
Furthermore, we also wish to present before your lordship a disturbing phenomenon called witchcraft, even practiced by some of your Christians, that has hindered the development of Konchep village.
Man, book overnight. Avion de nuit, they fly overnight.
You must have heard the common joke that before the invention of the aircraft, there was witchcraft. What is more, you must have heard that witches fly on broomsticks and sardine containers. African witches fly, they say, but I wonder why they have never taken the opportunity to fly out of the country for greener pastures. When Bishop George Nkuo of Kumbo made a pastoral visit to Christ the King Parish in Nkambe Town from Friday the 17th to Sunday the 19th of February this year, he descended one of the steepest hills in Boomland to this village known as Konchep village. At the foot of this hill was a crowd of just a few hundreds of villagers, among whom were his Christians, the Christians of Konchep Mission Station in Nkambe Town Parish. They were waiting to receive his lordship, the bishop, by the lone and broken and decaying bridge that leads to the village. At the request of the peoples, he began his triumphal entrance into Konchep by blessing the bridge, believed to be one of the meeting spots of sorcerers. Call them witches and wizards, or simply black magicians.
May be defended from all evil spirits, of all powers of evil.
When I posted this scene on Facebook, someone made a cutting remark. A man called Tebatim wrote, and I quote, "Get the right resources and construct a better bridge, or stop people from using the bridge when there is heavy rainfall. All this is just to play with the minds of people in the name of religion. All this is just to play with the minds of people in the name of religion." Ferdinand Ayamba wrote on the same platform, and I quote, "Stupidity of the first order. Instead of employing a civil engineer." Whether Ayamba was referring to the bishop's act of blessing the bridge or to the belief of the indigenes that principalities and powers of darkness dwell under this bridge leaves much to be seen or heard before the end of this clip. And in fact, that constitutes the core of this clip and necessitates it. It was a tough journey to put very serious truths in simple terms. It was nothing less than an exciting experience for the villagers. This crowd was mixed with villagers and visitors from the neighboring Mo village. Masquerades displayed. It strikes me that these secret jujus are not believed to be the cause of tragedies in this village. Who then? Give a few more seconds for the right answer. The coming of the bishop to this village turned out to be a village issue rather than a Catholic denominational affair. The Muslim community and the Mbororo race received him as if some dignitary, say an Al-Haji, for instance, returning from the Hajj in Mecca. And that is how it came about that a speech was presented by the chairman of the Konchep Village Development Association. After thanking the bishop for the gift of pipe-borne water to this village, for the creation of employment by the opening and introduction of improved palms plantation and much more, the speech maker said,
Furthermore, we also wish to present before your lordship a disturbing phenomenon called witchcraft, even practiced by some of your Christians, that has hindered the development of Konchep village. Many of our children have testified. Many have talked for themselves. We did not used to believe, but because of the testimony our children have given us, your lordship, we are beginning to believe the existence of witchcraft. Many of our children have testified the existence of witchcraft kingdom under the broken bridge linking Konchep and more, where you cross before reaching here. We have been organizing prayer sessions with some prominent men of God to combat this grievous problem, and it is our wish that you do not leave Konchep without interceding for us. If time permit, your lordship, we shall show you some of the areas where these men and women of the underworld are practicing this diabolic witchcraft.
In the Catholic Book of Blessings, we have therein an order for the blessing of bridges. Mr. Ayama, when you referred to the posted sin as stupidity of the first order, were you referring to the blessing of the bridge or to the weird beliefs of the indigents? If your answer is the second option, you are safe. But if it is the first, may it please you, together with Tim Teba, who called it playing in the minds of the peoples in the name of religion, to see here and now what response the bishop gave to the speech. Here we go.
Have you got a good engineer? Have they planned it well? Have you got a good engineer? Have they planned it well? It not be enough for Bishop to come bless bridge. It will not get good engineer for helping for build correct bridge. No power not there for this ground. We pack Jesus on. I don't hear plenty talk. Last week or what week I was there for Fumte, and I saw they talk about it be like Dogma Matun. That which kind of catch it settle fine. She does settle only for here, and he plant the roots for here. And I we so we give room for that one. I don't want for come over here where we talk say. I don't talk say. I talk say Satan the power is there and it's strong. But Jesus' power there is strong past Satan alone. Yes. That one I believe very strongly. And I believe because I'm a Christian. We will rise up from that stupid believer we allow Satan to control me and allow evil to rule me. I don't know whether that which kind of man only for black man country. Because other people they make development, they go on and on and on. We should not say okay, which man they work overnight, beyond the new, they fly overnight. I take say that lack of development, you don't have plenty of what we would believe that witchcraft. Make we try to get, make we expose with some, see how the world need to grow. I find you talk about that, I just say we are in a new world things that change. But if we continue to live in that world of witchcraft, and continue to believe in witchcraft, and continue to point people out for witchcraft, we are sure we will remain for the darkness. We're not going to ever move, we're not going to ever develop. So make it, at the prayer, I invite us, make we open our minds a bit, not be too quick for allow Satan or for point out this one, Navasika this one, Navasika that one, Navasika this one, and then point out people and create enmities among us because of the beliefs we will get where there's no bigger proof.
If time permit, your lordship, we shall show you some of the areas where these men and women of the underworld are practicing this diabolic witchcraft.
It not be enough for Bishop to come bless bridge. It will not get good engineer for helping for build correct bridge. And the good engineer means you know you want and you do and fine. That one, the whatever I say for this, no compare with other whatever I don't say around the world. I'm gonna cause you with a wish. Have you got a good engineer? Have they planned it well? But if we continue to believe, say, now which, when I will get only bad engineer, they'll come back, do bad work, I will conclude, say, now which. Oh, now look out. If the first thing of them, make we first educate ourselves. You see, that water, that's what I said. You see some water when that how many, over 1 mile, then you build bridge, 3, 4, 5 bridge, then you cross them. Well, that's some water that. But when I believe in well, I refuse to believe with you because I don't see other water where the big parts are on, where the complicated parts are on, and which don't they forbid them. My challenge you now for that one. Whether it's possible to change that mentality and get the way together, if we build a bridge, whatever, nothing is going to happen with that. If it's possible. But if we only believe nothing in which, nothing will ever move. We have to grow. We must make sure we purge from your hearts any power of evil, any satanic influence inside our life. We must really push our heart, make come out. And in that way, we can bring about development. If we not clean your heart, you will get.
And the next day, in the presence of hundreds of Christians, the bishop again made reference to the so-called disturbing phenomenon in Konchep village, known as witchcraft. With 3 priests in his company, did the bishop go back for an exorcism of the bridge after the example of the prominent men of God mentioned in the speech? No, 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 no. Now I know that you know, and you know that I know that you know, that homes, fields, factories, and even bridges are blessed. Now you know that I know that you know that it was not a playing in the minds of the peoples in the name of religion. And now you should know that science and religion do not contradict each other, even as Pope John Paul II says in his encyclical Fides et Ratio of 1998, that faith and reason are like 2 wings on which the human spirit rises to the contemplation of truth. God bless you.
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit come down from you and protect you and remain with you forever.